Hey, 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 good evening, everyone. Welcome to the BloomCast. It is the 16th of March, the year of Satoshi 2021. It is episode 45. My name is Luis. I'm the co founder of Bloom Solutions. We do this every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. I'm coming to you live from my living room, and my co panelists, my guests, they're coming to you live from their own living rooms, their own dining rooms, maybe even their own restrooms. Welcome, everyone. We're gonna do a different episode format tonight. We're gonna do something a little bit different. It's not what you're normally used to, but like hopefully you guys will find this entertaining and educational. What we're gonna try to do is like that. Let me try to explain it. Over the last 44 episodes, Bloom has always done news segments and then interviews and then opinions and stuff like that. This time we want to do something different. We want to do an Axie Infinity related episode, kind of a little bit more focused and a little bit deeper. Because normally, when we normally talk about it as just news, we don't get to go down into the details. And what we are going to try to do now, we're going to try to actually turn this into an episode where you can really learn something and maybe even apply some of the stuff that you guys learn. And obviously, I am not an expert in Axie Infinity, so I've tried to get the help of some real experts, and I'll be introducing them shortly. But first, let me introduce my co-founder, Ramon Tayag, CTO of Bloom Solutions.
Hello.
Aldrin Rabino of Crypto Fortune. He's going to be
Hello.
talking to us about the markets, specifically about what's going on with AXS and SLP recently. And then, okay, now, so these are the guys who are not the Axie experts necessarily. Although I don't know if maybe Aldrin is actually an Axie expert as well. But certainly Mon and I are not, no? But we're gonna bring on the big guns for this episode to teach you guys what they know about Axie Infinity and how to get into it safely and cost effectively. Joining us for maybe the 6th or 7th time, Cuckoo Crypto. Thank you so much for joining us again. Medyo short notice, I know, but like this is your episode, man. This is all about you.
Sir.
And no, we're super happy to have you back. And for the first time ever, we've never had him on the show before. I actually only saw his face in a Zoom call for the first time last week. So kind of, I was very happy to see that he was a real person and he was not just a bot. Crypto Shanks, Red Haired Shanks, Axie
Yo.
Infinity Guru. Thank you so much for joining us. So context muna, guys, so that everyone kind of understands why we're doing this now. So BloomCast has been talking about Axie Infinity for a really long time. We know that a lot of our customers are Axie Infinity players, and we know that a lot of the people in the audience are Axie Infinity players. We also know that the people who signed up to the BloomX.app waitlist are probably mostly Axie Infinity players also, because they're the ones who kind of need this stuff the most. So last week, I reached out to Kuku and Shanks, and I was telling them, I was trying to ask what they thought if we did an episode that was very focused, no, on Axie Infinity. And the question that we wanted to answer for this episode's topic was, how do I actually get started? How do I know when the correct time is to buy my first Axie team? What does that actually mean, no, when you buy your first Axie team? And there's at least 2 people on this podcast that are very uninformed. So that's me and Ramon. We don't really know much about this stuff. And there's at least 2 or 3 people who are probably a lot more informed than we are. So we're going to ask a lot of stupid questions. And hopefully, the audience will find it very informational, educational, entertaining, all of that stuff. So that's kind of the goal. The goal is to answer the question, how do I know when I should get in to Axie Infinity? There's so many people who are excited about this stuff. There's so many people who are interested, who want to give it a try. So I'm not really sure how to answer it broadly, but maybe my first question to you guys later will be something along the lines of like, who is Axie Infinity even for? No? Like, what type of player? But before that, let's do Aldrin Gabino's market analysis segment. No? So Aldrin joins us as our resident parang technical analyst. So he will talk about crypto markets. But this episode is actually going to talk specifically about AXS. So if you don't know what AXS is, sorry, actually, maybe I should get a definition of AXS from you guys. Kuku or Shanks, what's the parang one sentence description for what AXS is? Kuku, do you want to take that one?
Sorry, any question ulit?
Yeah, sorry. So, parang what's the one sentence description of what AXS is?
AXS or Axie?
AXS, just the token.
AXS.
The token.
Yeah, the token. Ownership.
Okay. What do you mean by ownership? So, parang the players themselves own.
Once you hold an Axie, an AXS, it symbolizes an ownership of the
Okay.
game. Because according dun sa tokenomics ni AXS, once you stake your AXS into the community treasury, meaning for the sake of our viewers, parang para siyang ita-time deposit mo doon sa community treasury. And then you will get rewards by doing that. And eventually, the game itself will be turned over into those who hold AXS. So kung, let's say, maliit or malaking holdings mo ng AXS, meron kang opportunity to vote doon sa direction ng game. Secondly, meron kang opportunity to mag-propose ng change doon sa game. So kung meron kang hindi gusto, meron kang ayaw na council member, pwede kang bumoto. So marami kang pwedeng gawin. And then of course, yung AXS is ginagamit siya as a payment parang sa Axie community, so Axie Metaverse.
So, yung AXS, and I guess Aldrin will talk about the chart in a minute. Yung source of the price of AXS is, I guess, yung perception ng market of how successful Axie Infinity is eventually going to be, or something like that. No, do you have to own AXS in order to be an Axie player?
No.
Shanks?
Oh, Shanks, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, not really. All you need, basically, if you want to be an Axie player, you basically just need an Axie mainly. But
Okay.
if you want to like advance, not just earn some ETH by farming SLP, you might as well invest, have some access from in your bags. I mean, right now, maybe we're talking about what 200, almost 300 pesos each access.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. So with
if you
that
want to
said,
go deeper, basically,
yeah.
yeah.
Aldrin, do you wanna tell us a little bit about what's been going on? That chart looks like it's going up. That's like my non-technical analysis of the AXS market. Ano yung time frame mo dyan, bro? So this is the last.
This is for our time frame on Binance,
Okay.
PST.
Okay. From February to now. Okay.
Basag niya kasi yung previous highs so price will continue sa upside talaga. So, we'll start the technical analysis na ba? Or
So yeah. Sige. Pero maybe start from the start of 2021 para lang makita ng mga tao yung yung parang history.
Okay, sige.
So where's
So,
January 1 on your chart? So here.
January 1 is something like here on this area.
Okay.
So, price is around 52 cents. So,
20
around
pesos.
this area. So, yun, ito yung coin na hindi ko masyado na di-discuss pero sa katunayan way back 2020, meron akong mga Axie na din na nabili. So, mga something like 13 pieces na Axie and then 3 doon na benta na. And then yung 10, ngayon pinapalaro ko sa isang scholar din na kailangan din nata ng something like an income. So, pinalaro ko muna. So, bali 10 na Axie yung naka-allocate sa kanya. So, yun.
You're
something
gonna have
like
to explain to me how that scholarship stuff works later. But sige, let's do
si
it one
Coco,
step at a
si
time.
Coco, si Coco, ayan.
Okay.
So
Okay,
sa
sige.
katunayan
So
yung 3,000 around 3,000 ID na Axie nakuha ko din last year. Nasa 1 Ethereum din ata yun. So, yun. Brief history lang nung
okay.
pag-accumulate ko ng Axie pets or
Okay.
digital pets. So, yun. Punta tayo dito guys sa pinaka-chart niya. Actually, diniscuss ko na din to sa YouTube way back 4 months pa si Axie. And then, the past few weeks din, AXS tapos SLP na coin. So, ayun, dito kay AXS, siguro fundamentals muna siguro i-discuss ko. Recently, news lang to sa Play to Earn na magazine. So, unang-una kasi dito, kaya din ako nagkaroon ng interest kasi yung developers, no? Ubisoft kasama. Which
Yes.
is, fan ako ng ano talaga ng mga laro ni Ubisoft. Isa dyan, minention ko si Assassin's Creed nung shinare ko itong si Axie before. So, yung roadmap nila, meron silang, isa din sa nakita ko, yung improved version ng battle mode nila, which is addition sa kanilang pinaka-roadmap or pipeline. Yung land gameplay, which is during live ni Coco na ano ko na nakita ko at narinig ko din to kaya magandang project to, another project ata to, Project K. So, yun lang naman, yun yung magandang fundamentals tsaka yung governance ata something. So, something like Axie ecosystem from Ethereum to their Ronin sidechain, which is yung available pa lang ata ngayon is yung land, no?
Yes.
Land tsaka yung items, yung ibang items. So, yun, they are plan ata na i-move lahat sa Ronin. And then yung governance AXS din, which is soon ata to. Ito magandang mga fundamentals to eh. Ito talaga yung isa sa mga fundamental news catalyst na nagpapagalaw sa isang coin or token. So punta na tayo dito guys sa chart. Okay? So dito kasi basag niya yung pinaka-previous size which is 2.2 USDT. Ito yung mention din natin last time
100
nung
pesos.
nung guest ata natin si Sir Gabi before. So around 1.8 something, and then we mentioned if mabasag nyo yung 2.2, there's a probability that the price may continue its rally sa upside. So it was happen, and then after that price goes down pero respected yung previous resistance na naging support niya. So I'll measure na lang siguro yung pinaka-targets dito using Fibonacci extension kasi new all-time highs to eh. So, it's a price discovery to na tinatawag.
So we started the year with at 20 pesos and we are now at 300 pesos. Right?
Oo.
What the fuck?
Napag-iwanan.
From here,
okay. All right. That's
So-
kind of crazy. Like it's only been 3 months. But okay. Sige, I'm gonna ask some very simple questions later from as a trader myself, no. Pero can you go ahead and continue what you were saying, Alvin.
Okay. So, siguro lalagay ko lang dito or ipa-plot ko lang yung Fibonacci extension, no? Just to notice kung saan yung mga targets possible sa upside. So, something like here. So, actually, tinamaan nyo to eh. 2.618. So, it's a vital resistance yan if ever natamaan. Possible targets, no? Pero can be extended pag mayroong mga positive catalyst na i-inject dito sa project ni Axie Infinity dito sa siguro sarado natin around 9 USDT to 10 USDT something. Not financial advice, pero as
500
per
pesos. That's fucking
around
500 pesos. That's 25 times the... Tama ba? Am I doing the math right? Yeah, that's 25 times the entry price in January, on January 1. What the hell?
pero
Okay.
ibibigay ko din yung perspective sa downside muna. So if
Sige,
ever
go
na
for it.
tamaan niya to and then the price will decline, there's a probability na pwede niyang balikan yung Something like ito kasi yung mga golden ratio ng Fibonacci retracements eh. So something like pwede siya dito. Initial support niya is around 4.1, can be extended around 3.5
Okay.
USDT. So if
So,
ever na
150 pesos to 200 pesos yung range. That's what you're saying. If it goes down, if it goes down.
if it's retrace sa downside kasi kailangan niya din magkaroon ng corrective eh. Kagaya nung mga nangyari dito before. So the price action already done the impulse move and then corrective move. So currently the price is on the impulse move and there's no corrective move yet. So yan yung tinitingnan ko na probability dito for AXS, no. So, price action targets, ito yung mga possible, ito yung next possible targets. Around 10 USDT. Kasi, if we measure that, for example, dito. So, something like, may mga ano pa kasi dito eh, may mga ibang targets pa. Pero, let's wait for some confirmations muna before we conclude.
Sige. Okay, so here's my trader question. And actually, this is more a question for Kuku and Shanks. So, okay, we started the year, AXS was 20 pesos. We are now at 300 pesos. Um, i- is it seems to me that even if I never played Axie Infinity, I could have just bought AXS in January and done nothing. No, I could have just sat on it, done
Yeah.
nothing, and I would be 15x of my initial investment. So my 10,000 pesos would be 150,000 pesos. Like, do you observe na may mga ganon in the community na like they're just speculating on AXS itself? Or do you mostly see players? I guess that's kind of the
Well,
my
there's a lot.
question.
Yeah.
We have a specific channel in the Discord
Regions.
server
Yeah.
where we talk about prices, speculation, random digit trading. And hindi namin sila pinipigilan to speculate sa AXS kasi
Yeah.
it's the governance token ng Axie. Marami diyan, they fell in love with the game because of the opportunity to earn. Then eventually, bumili ng certain type of Axie, kahit hinold lang nila, hindi sila naglaro. Then na-realize nila na I can earn AXS through competing sa leaderboards.
Right.
So yung mga small drops before, kahit hindi ka pa nasa top 200 before, yung random drops na binibigay, let's say 50 AXS right now is almost 10,000 pesos.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
hanggang sa nagkaroon sila ng interest to hold more of it, kaya hindi rin kami nagtataka na kahit walang major updates na binibigay si Axie, people are just accumulating, buying, and even I'm teaching my scholars to, whenever they trade SLP to eat, try to buy some AXS and try to hold something. Because if you
Okay.
believe in the game, if you, kumbaga nakikita mo yung long-term na benefits niyan, AXS, kapag meron ka niyan, it's a way to support the community, a way to support the game, and also a way for you to own the game. So, medyo
Right.
nag-effective naman yung messaging na yun.
Yeah. So, Shanks, before the show started, kinukwento mo sa akin kanina how much you were earning from selling teams. I'm not gonna repeat how much you said, but like, is it possible that you could earn more from just speculating on AXS, or do you think that you need to be an active player or breeder or something like that in order to make this like a parang reasonable job?
Actually, I mean, yeah, I've seen people just not just AXS but also SLP. They're just playing
Okay.
around SLP without even playing Axie at all.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but I mean, even if you play Axie, you're only gonna have ano lang 20 energy, and then you'll have a lot of time to do whatever you want. So
Right.
I've known some people playing around with SLP. So most likely there will be lots of people who's gonna earn from just basically access without playing the game. I mean, speaking of access, I remembered nag-experiment ako for 4K SLP. Told my partner, hey, what if we are gonna convert this instead of cashing it to fiat? What if
Uh,
we'll convert everything to access? That time,
okay.
4K SLP gave us around 540 access tokens.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I mean that time SLP was pumping, and access was kind of new. So yeah, it was actually, I mean, the result, I mean, look at the results now. So it was actually
Right.
rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been telling the scholars, just like ano yung sinabi ni Kuko, if possible, maybe you could split what you have earned from SLP. If you're not breeding, maybe 50% you can cash it out to peso, and then the rest would be
Mm-hmm.
from access, because we are talking about a token where you're gonna be owning part of the whole game itself. Um,
Right.
what catches my attention was the community treasury.
Okay.
So right now, I mean, the Axie marketplace is like earning heaps, like a lot. So if you have like kahit portion lang ng ng kinikita ng Axie, so that's still like way more. I mean, apart from playing, diba? So you're basically, I mean, adding some more faucets sa
Mm-hmm.
income mo. Yeah, so
So let's finish with Aldrin's segment before we move on. So yung next week of price forecasting, yung downside mo was 150 to 200, but your upside is 400 to 500. Is that a fair way to summarize what you were saying, Aldrin?
Um,
Like ano yung time frame na like did you mean like the next week, the next month? Like what's the like how much time are we talking about?
so, ayun, probability lang yun, pero yun, something like, if ever na i-retest itong current price action, siguro it will uh, affect siguro, or it will apply in the next coming something like weeks. Kasi 4 hours time frame lang to eh. So it's
Okay.
only a probability lang. If ever na i-retest pa ulit itong area ng 6 USDT. So there's a probability that the price may correct muna. So
Okay.
something like, I think meron munang retracements na mangyayari in the next coming weeks lang. It's only a
Okay.
probability, can be right or
Mhm.
wrong. Pero yan yung mga probable support if ever na gumalaw sa downside, yung around 3 USDT.
Okay.
Pero yun, hindi naman kasi pwede na price will go up and tuloy-tuloy siya. Kailangan muna niya mag-ipon ng something like
Yeah.
momentum before it goes
Right.
up ulit.
Well, I mean,
So,
yeah. I think even with Bitcoin, the price can't keep going up. So yeah.
yep.
And actually, you were right. Just before I forget, I think you were pretty close, no, with your prediction last week. Because didn't you say 56,000 last week,
Uh,
or what was
uh,
your prediction?
52.
52.
Yeah.
Okay,
52.
sorry. Mas pessimistic pa pala yung prediction mo. Okay, alright. Pero nasa 55 tayo ngayon, di ba? Something like that. So,
55, 56, yeah.
yeah, okay. Okay,
Actually,
well,
medyo napaaga yung targets ko na yan, kasi after the BloomCast, kinaumagahan na hit niya yung 52 territory, and
uh,
then after that, it goes up na eh.
uh, nag-61 nga siya agad eh, di ba?
Uh,
So, and then medyo, ngayon nasa tayo ulit eh, medyo nag-retrace na nga siya. Okay, cool. So before I move on, I guess I'll just do a quick what should we call this? I guess this is my quick commercial for this episode. I'm gonna share my screen naman, Aldrin, ha, para lang makita nila. So what you're looking at here, this is a screenshot of BloomX, which is the app that Bloom is building. So this is the AXS page. No, so yung current price niya, 267 pesos. 57% up in the last 7 days. Jesus, that's crazy. So 100 pesos, nearly 100 pesos yung earnings mo if you had bought last week. I don't own any AXS, but if I owned some AXS in this account, you would see that here. You'd see my balance here. You can buy and sell AXS with pesos. If you have AXS and you want to turn it into pesos, you can deposit it here. And then pag na-deposit mo siya, pwede mo siya ibenta. And this is the price that you would get. So this app is currently live. I can show you what the dashboard looks like. And I'm gonna put the link right here, bloomx.app. That is in the chat right now para makita nyo. This is my personal wallet on BloomX. I'm sharing it just because there's not that much money in it naman. It's just a little bit lang. My holdings are not doing very well. I'm minus 3% for some reason. I guess kasi mababa yung... Ano ba nangyari? I guess mababa yung Bitcoin relative to yesterday. But these are the other cryptos that I currently have here. So you can see na lahat ng holdings ko may peso equivalent. So it tells you how much the current peso price is on all of them. So this is an app that is meant for Filipinos. It's meant for Pinoy crypto users. It's for the Axie players. It's for the investors na Pinoy, and it's for people who are maybe trying to use crypto to remit money to their relatives overseas. No? So those are the target users of what we're doing. So if you haven't already signed up, please go to bloomx.app. That's the website, and then you can join the waitlist. So nasa waitlist mode pa kami ngayon eh. So hindi pa siya completely open to everyone. But we have about 5,000 people on the wait list, so we know that people are very excited to start using this. I know that Kuku and Shanks and Aldrin have their active accounts na yung kay Kuku medyo gamit na gamit. So like we're very grateful na basically siya yung nagte-test ng mga functionality ng website namin, which is great. I really like that. I like that that you're really kind of putting it to the test. Because what we want to do is have the most stable possible app that we can give to the Axie community here in the Philippines. So we don't care about the other Axie players in other regions or other countries. This is just for the Filipino audience. So kaya all of the prices here are peso. So you don't have to worry so much about parang kailangan mo nang i-convert pa yung USDT to whatever to peso. Like you can just all the prices are in pesos. You can load your account with GCash, with Paymaya, with Union Bank, with all of those other stuff. So ayun, if you have not signed up, please sign up for the wait list because we're starting to bring people on one at a time. We're just being very careful at the moment. So okay, so that's it. That was my commercial break. Let me go back now to I guess the question that we were trying to answer kanina. How do we start? So what is your advice, Kuku and Shanks, for a first timer na parang maybe just discovered Axie Infinity a few days ago, realized that maybe there's a way to earn some money from it, if they are dedicated. What's the first thing you will say na lang? Maybe let's start with that. What's the very first thing you will tell them? Will you try to correct a misconception or what's your first advice to them?
Shanks, go ahead.
Well, the first thing that I would actually ask is, no matter how much, first siguro, do you have the budget to buy a team?
Okay.
And then I will take it from there. Because if they do, I will teach them how to or where to buy and what type of Axies to get. And if they don't have any budget, I would talk to them about how to get or to still, play the game without spending any money. No, we're talking about scholarships, so ayun.
Yeah. So let's talk about the scholarship stuff later because I assume medyo mas mahirap to get that, no. So let's assume na we're just talking budget muna, if that's your first
Okay.
question. What about you, Kuku? Like, what's your first question for someone who's interested in this stuff? Ganun din ba? Is it like a question of do you have the budget for it? Ganon?
Well, ako, ang suggestion ko palagi is, of course, watch all my videos related to the game.
Okay.
Kasi,
Fair enough.
the purpose of doing that, yung channel na yan, is to really onboard my friends that are going to ask me if I ever try to introduce a certain project or game sa kanila. Para at least hindi na paulit-ulit yung question. Gumawa ako ng
Yeah.
video. So, yun kasi yung yun kasi para sa akin pinakamadali na i-explain everything kasi nandun na lahat. I mean, why ka maglalaro or ano bang ginagawa mo right now? Meron ka bang one hour and a half para maglaro ng game and interested ka ba to play and earn? So, yun yung mga common questions and then of course, yun nga, papanoorin ko sila ng video. Pag meron pa silang questions, papa-message ko lang sila sa akin and then I'll try to answer yung mga questions na hindi na nadaanan ng mga videos. And
Sige.
by the way, to yung sinabi ni Luis na ako daw yung umaabuso ng app.
Hindi naman.
Kasi may video ko doon. Ipo-post ko kasi sa comment. Gumawa na kasi ako ng video doon para sa mga
you did, yeah.
sa mga gustong matutunan.
Hindi naman abuso, napansin ko lang na medyo gamit na gamit siya. So and I'm very happy na na nagagamit nga siya. Obviously because I mean Kuku was one of the very first users that we brought into the app. And obviously internally the Bloom team has been using it for the last few months already. But it was only 2 weeks ago that we actually started to bring people who were parang outsiders to start using it. So Kuku was one of the first ones, and obviously we're very grateful na tinest niya, and he was very patient with it's not perfect yet, no? I mean obviously we're trying to make it as solid as possible, but it's not perfect yet, and that's why we're doing waitlist muna. Para maayos muna siya before people really start relying on it. Now, okay, sige. So that's a good place to start, no? So budget first, and then maybe do your homework. So I guess yun yung parang two
Yeah.
major steps, no? Do your homework, and then do you have the money to put this stuff together? And I guess that's a good segue to this screen here. Actually, sorry, wait, hindi pala ito. I guess yung marketplace. And maybe so this is the part that I've never understood, no? So me, for example. Syempre, in preparation for this episode, nag-register ako dun sa AxieInfinity.com. Pero syempre, since wala akong alam, after I confirmed my email, I stopped there because I didn't really know what to do next. What is when Shanks, when you were saying, do you have the budget to buy a team? Let's dive into that a little bit more, like in more detail. Like, what are we talking about? Like how much money are we talking about here for a good starter?
Well, right
And
now,
do you buy it from here? Sorry, do you buy it from here, in this marketplace, or where do you buy it from?
well, there are, I think, 2 ways of getting an Axie. Yeah, I've tried 2 ways. Basically, from OTC. That's what we call OTC. So we buy it from the player as a team na. So there's like some sort of a package. So no need to look for the Axie pa isa-isa. So there's the some sort of convenience, and then pwede din sa marketplace. But I purchased my first team kasi from Sir Gabi so OTC. Because when you buy it from a player, not through the marketplace directly, it already has like some sort of that what we call synergy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have
So
some
natimpla na
lingos.
yung
Oo,
game.
oo.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, and also because it's very convenient, lalo na kapag newbie ka. Kasi at first you would really have to get yourself well informed about what to choose. But still, there is the parang takot, baka mali tong nabuo kong team, pasok nga sa budget ko, pero baka pag nilaro ko, I won't be able to earn. I've seen some people who experience that. Nakabili sila ng Axie, but then they posted, I mean, on the group, sabi nila, they're about to quit actually, and then they're saying na it's a waste of money and all. So basically, it's it's mainly because they have Axies na what we call trash or floor Axies. Kumbaga, resulta siguro ng fail breeding. Although that's a really, I mean much more deeper topic to discuss. But yeah,
Sige.
for now
Yeah,
siguro,
okay.
if you're a
How would you
newbie,
know? Parang maybe for beginners, how do you even know na yung binibili mo na team is worth it? Like how do you know that? I mean, here yung marketplace that we're looking at, itong screen na to, I assume na hindi teams yung binibili mo dito, 'di ba? Pa isa-isa siya eh. And then
Yes,
ikaw
yes.
mismo yung magbubuo. But like how do you know if like a player is selling a team? How do you know that it's worth the money that it's being priced at? How can you tell?
Um, well, the first euro that you need to look at, apart from the skills, is the breed count. Because if it has low breed count, you can still breed those axes in the future if you want to, and then maybe expand your axie inventory, which is what I did before. And then next would be the skill sets. Um, for skills, you need to make sure na you can cover all classes. Like you have a way to counter if not, I mean, all classes basically, if possible. So um, sa Axie, it has a rock paper scissors system kasi. So if you need to have we have plant, I mean, the most common is plant, beast, and a bird. So and that's I mean, one of the common themes that you can see sa mga scholarship. But kasi yun yung parang overbred ng mga Axie. Kasi sila din yung naunang na purify. Purify kasi when you breed, you need to make sure that all their genes are matched, including not just the dominant part, yung mga nakikita natin from the outside, but also from the inside those recessive genes, so that they're pure. So if you breed them in the future, you would get the same type of Axie, same skills. So no
Sige.
chance for some sort of failure. So good investment siya kasi you can breed it in the future. And ayun, so dapat kasi yung Axie mo, I mean, it has, I mean, it has the potential for you to actually win, especially sa PvP, and of course adventure mode. Kasi it would be totally pointless if you just buy Axie and then you won't be able to win any matches at all. You won't be able to earn SLP. But so
Sige. So sige, I have a lot of questions. Bea is asking, may pag-aasa po ba bumaba yung one team ng Axie? I assume she means bumaba yung price, no? So
price, yeah.
let's look at that screenshot that you shared with me. Because I wanna share this with everyone para we know yung history of what we're talking about. So okay, this is a screenshot. Sorry, ito pala. This is a screenshot from Dexless. I guess Dexless is like he's
Breeder.
a seller, a breeder.
Seller
Yes,
and breeder,
Yeah, okay. So he was comparing the prices of Axie teams from July 2020 to now. So back then, you could buy it for 2,500 pesos. Okay, seems like a reasonable amount of money. Although 2,500 pesos is, for some people that's kind of a lot, no? Especially if you're playing games. So if you're the sort of player that only plays games on Steam, you're not usually spending more than 2,000 pesos on the
Right,
average
yeah.
game, right? That's a pretty expensive game na, 2,000 pesos. So actually back in July pa lang, medyo mataas na siya ng konti. But I guess you could argue na, if I pay $50 for a game on Steam, it's not like I can turn that game into money. I can't earn from it. Whereas with Axie kasi you can earn from it. But according to this list, he went from 1,500 in July to by December it was 8,000 to 10,000, 11,000. And then in March, it's now 26,000 pesos to 70,000 pesos. And he's expecting that it's gonna go even higher in April. Okay, so probably the most important question here, does that mean that in order for me, if I wanted to start playing, I have to allocate at least 26, call it 30,000, 35,000 pesos at least in order to get started right now? Is that what that means?
Let me give some disclaimer pagdating sa pricing. No?
Sige, please.
Probably Dexless is basing the price, of course, sa pesos.
Yeah.
When I started last August 2020, I bought my team na, I call it Chapsuy, as for 0.45 ETH.
Okay.
Around that time, 0.5.
Yeah, so about 10,000 pesos yung value.
No, about 6,000-7,000 pesos at that time.
Okay.
6,000-7,000 pesos at that time.
Okay.
Sa akin, mura 'yon kasi nabili ko naman yung ETH ng mura before eh. hindi pa 12,000 pesos yung ETH that time.
Yeah.
So ako, for me, I was looking at the ETH value rather than the peso value
Yeah.
nung pagbili ko ng team. Kaya for me, mura siya. Kaya yung iba nagtataka, bakit grabe naman yan? Almost right now, the floor price for a team is around 45,000 pesos. When you start to look at how much you will capitalize on something, try to look at how much you will gain then. Kasi you're not earning pesos here, you're earning Ethereum. Once you convert your SLP into Ethereum, that Ethereum, kapag tumaas yung value niya, tumataas din yung, of course, peso value mo kapag kinonvert mo siya sa pesos. Naglabas ka ng, let's say right now, 0.4 or 0.5 ETH is around 45,000 pesos. Parehas pa rin. Nung November, 0.4, 0.5 pa rin. Parehas pa rin ng ETH value.
Yung mga presyo kasi nung bawat Axie is priced in ETH?
ETH.
Is that?
ETH, yes, yes.
Okay, so actually, it's not the price of the Axies themselves that are going up. It's actually the price of Ethereum that's going
Exactly.
up. Tama
Yes.
ba? Is that the correct way to say
Correct.
it? Okay.
Correct. So,
Okay.
pag mataas ang value ng Ethereum, mataas yung peso value ng Axie teams. Honestly, pag tinignan mo sa marketplace right now, yung mga magagandang quality breeds ng Axie, na before we're buying 1 ETH for a virgin tank or let's say 0 breed count na tank. 1 ETH yun I mean, during that time, sa amin okay lang. Pero mabigat yung 1 ETH. Pero right now, 1 ETH is how much? Ngayon, makikita mo ngayon sa marketplace, binibenta na lang siya ng 0.16. That's 10%, halos 10% na lang nung value na binili namin siya before. So, yun yung explanation why ako, every time I do sell some teams via OTC and of course sa marketplace. Pero binibase ko yung price ko sa ETH. How much did I spend using or breeding my Axies into gas fees, SLP costs, Ethereum fees kasi yung binabayad namin. There's a 0.05 ETH fees doon na napupunta sa Axie na game, which is yun yung revenue nila. Right. So, for me, I don't really look at the peso value. I look at the Ethereum value, and at the same time, kung magkano yung babalik sa akin. Kasi let's give it an honest computation right now. At SLP sa 4 pesos, right now, 4.6, let's say 4.6 pesos, 4 pesos na lang. Average player can earn 200 SLP per day.
Huh. Okay.
So 200 at 1.5 hour of playing, meron kang 800 pesos per day. And that's times 30 days of playing, 1.5 hours. How much yung pwede mong kitain with that? I mean, 6,000 times 4.
24K.
Meron kang 24,000 pesos in a month just by playing 1.5 hour. And then you're buying a team for how much? let's say 30, 35, 40,000, 45,000 pesos. Same pa rin naman yung return of investment, kumbaga, yung return ng nilabas mo eh. 2 to 3 months, relatively, pwede mo na mabawi yung nilabas mo. Pero, by simply holding an Axie, may ID number yan eh. Yung ID number niya signifies na yung, of course, syempre, rarity, di ba? Pag lower yung ID number mo, mas rare yan. May advantage din yan sa game. So when you sell, for example, nagbenta ako ng 15,000 pesos na teams before. Right now, ang value niya 45,000 pesos na eh. Pero kumita ka na nun. Kumita ka na nung November at 15,000 peso yung team. Ibenta mo yung team mo ngayon, nag-times 3 yung value ng team mo. Tapos low ID number pa siya. Tapos kumita ka pa ng SLP during that time na nilalaro mo siya.
Okay.
So people don't see yung di nila nakikita yung value nung ilalabas nila. Nakikita nila yung cost ng ilalabas nila. So, ayun, yun lang. Medyo konting disclaimer lang doon para at least, kasi yung mga newbies, magugulat sila, wow, grabe, ang mahal naman yan. Wow, grabe, pang mayaman pala na laro yan. Pero, try to ask yourself, yung iba bang pinagkagastusan mo may bumabalik sa'yo? At the same time, nag-i-enjoy ka ba?
Okay, well, let's not talk about our personal expenses because I'm probably one of the most irresponsible people when it comes to personal expenses. Siguro, para mas fair yung discussion, let's talk about risks also because, I mean, I think you just described a very, a really, really great reasoning for why you would spend this much. But let's talk about some of the risks also. So for a first-timer, is it possible na yung 1.5 hours that you were saying per day na naglalaro sila, is it possible na hindi enough yon? Na let's say sobrang olats lang talaga sila maglaro. I don't know, man. I mean, what's the ano ba yung parameters nito? So let's say that you are below average. How bad can it get? I guess. Is it possible that you're making nothing per day? Is that possible?
I really don't think so. Kasi I've done some experiments as well to get the average SLP. 200 seems to be the average for a player who have played for maybe a few weeks.
Okay.
But for a newbie siguro around 100 to 150. And then I've also asked some people who are not really a gamer, even my mom, asked her to play the game using different teams. So and then I asked my sister to play it as well. I mean, they actually have almost exact the same. They only differ by just a little bit. I just told her to read the description and then diskarte paano mo na gagawin yan. So
pero you gave
actually
them
anyone
their
can
team,
play.
Right? I assume that they didn't choose their team. You did that for them.
I did, yes.
Okay, so parang I would say na parang because malaking boost yung ginawa mo na you decided what team to give them. Is it possible na parang mas nadalian sila to be successful?
I remembered letting my mom play a team that's kind of advanced. So medyo nahirapan siya. I saw how many SLP she was. I mean, well, that time that's around, we're talking about 300 SLP, but there were no energy restriction during that time last year. And then after that, I asked her to play another type of team. Basically a team na bato ng bato lang ng cards without any clue of how basically it works. So there's also a big difference when choosing your Axie mainly. So even if you have no idea how the skills work, how the Axie works, as long as you have a decent team, strong enough team, you can still earn. Basically. So that's why a huge factor kung sa player ka bumili.
So sige, let's look at it again from practical steps. So let's assume that somehow this new player, maybe I won't use myself as an example, pero this new player got the money together to buy their first team. And let's say na maybe they reached out to Kuku or Shanks or Dexless and they were able to get a good deal. Maybe they spent 35,000 on it, something like that. And then they learned to play it. Pinagtsagaan nila over the next couple of weeks. And maybe sa umpisa medyo olats and then like over time you just get better at it. Um, like when's your first paycheck? Like when do you actually get your first taste of a reward? Like is the SLP given to you at the end of every day, week? What's the
To give you
how does that work?
let's say a conservative na lang na na earnings ng isang farmer, we call it farmer or a player in a day. Okay, sige, hindi malakas yung Axie ko, hindi ako nakabili ng maganda, nakabili ako ng chop suey or floor Axie in the marketplace. Fortunately, you can earn SLP's adventure. Adventure meaning ito yung kalaban mo yung AI. I mean,
Yeah, so
you can
PvE.
you can simply win in adventure basta mas mataas yung level mo. How
Yeah.
to level up your Axie? Paulit-ulitin mo lang isang lower level. Pag advance ka na ng 2 levels doon sa current na level or ruin na lalaruin mo, sure win na yun, malakas na yung Axie mo. So, every ruin level gives you SLP. So hindi ka pwedeng ma-zero kasi meron siyang daily quest na plus 50 SLP. So let's say maximum sa isang araw 150 na lang. The reasoning
okay.
is tatlo lang Axie mo, limited yung energy mo. You can get 100 SLP sa adventure by playing with the AI. 50 SLP for the daily quest bonus. Tapos kahit di ka na masyadong magaling sa PvP or kahit di ka nga maglaro ng PvP, let's say na lang, meron ka na lang 100 SLP per day. That's 3,000 SLP per month. And accumulate mo lang siya, okay, hindi ko siya ibebenta pero nag-decide ako bumili ulit ng ibang Axie. Kasi there's another way where you can earn kung hindi ka competitive. You can breed Axies and sell it to floor prices. Kung hindi maganda yung Axie mo, pwede mo din ilagay ng 0.084. Before, floor prices was around 0.05. Right now, it's 0.08. So, meron ka na agad profit na 0.03
Sino
na
yung
ETH.
nagsaset nung prices na ganon? Is that the Axie team, the founders? Or who's
No, the
setting?
breeders.
Okay.
Mga
So
breeders
it's just
mismo.
like average rate lang siya. Okay. I
Right,
get
right.
it.
So,
Okay.
dun sa mga, ako like me, hindi naman ako talaga competitive. I just do my daily quest. I play 5 wins, okay na ako doon, and then repeatedly ko lang nilalaro yung certain level para hindi ako masyadong nagte-take ng time. So, let's say 30 minutes of my day, medyo matagal kung competitive yung rank ko kasi nasa mataas na rank yung Axis ko. So, talagang may mind games doon. Kumbaga, iisipin mo talaga bawat move mo. So, let's say less than 1 hour, natapos ko na yung 150 SLP ko. Okay na ako doon. And then, ipunin ko lang siya and then I use those SLP to breed Axies and then sell it to the marketplace. So, there are other ways for you to earn in this game. And also, kung medyo afraid ka, yun nga, pwede ka munang mag-scholarship. The reason why yung iba dyan naghahanap ng scholarship matagal is because of the gas fees. Masyadong mahal mag-create ng
Yes.
team. It would cost us 20,000, 25,000 pesos to assemble a team and then
Jeez.
ipapa-scholarship. So, hindi siya
Wow.
biro. Tapos, lalagyan mo pa ng Ethereum yon para makapag-withdraw ka ng SLP mo, makapag-swap ka makapag-sync ka ng SLP mo, imimint mo yung SLP doon sa blockchain. So, safest way for a newbie is start with scholarship. Kung may budget ka, then go with it. Look for may mga Axie tools where you can get an idea ano yung mga magagandang Axie na bibilin. May mga content creators na nagpo-provide niyan. May mga sellers na nagbebenta na nakaset na siya. All you have to do is really ask questions doon sa community, which is very helpful naman yung community.
Do you get your SLP immediately after winning a game?
Yes.
What's the timing? So you get it immediately. So
Yes.
it shows up dun sa parang dashboard sa personal account
Correct.
thing mo.
Yes,
Tama
yes.
ba?
Pero hindi pa
So
siya
somewhere
minted
here, no?
Ayan. So may claimable ka, hindi pa siya minted. Yung X0 na yan, kapag kinlaim mo na siya, mamimint lang siya and you have to pay for fees. to sync your SLP para ma-mint siya.
Yeah, okay. And that's why iniipon mo siya.
Yes.
Kasi mahal yung gas fees.
Right.
Okay.
So hindi
Wow,
wise
and I see
mag-sync ng SLP ng below 6,000 right now. Kasi magkano
6,000
yung
pesos? Or
6,000 SLP?
6,000 SLP.
Oh wow, that's a lot. That's like
Yeah.
24,000 pesos.
Yeah, that's 1 month. 1 month of farming actually. Yun
Okay.
parang ganun yung average. Kasi kung isi-sync
Okay.
mo siya ng less na lang, baka mas mahal pa yung fees kaysa sa SLP earnings mo eh.
Right.
Kahit 4
Okay.
pesos pa yung yung SLP.
So that's actually really interesting because I don't think I understood na pati yung pag-withdraw mo ng SLP. I guess technically hindi pa nga withdrawal yun, no? This is just the minting of the
Minting.
SLP.
Yep.
And then you have to withdraw it pa and ibang gas fee pa yon. Is that right?
Right.
Oh my
Right.
God, ang dami
That's
gas fees.
why sobrang helpful ng BloomX app.
Nice
Kasi they just
segue,
have,
thank you.
that's
It's a big brain move.
it's a
by
it's a
Bloom.
shortcut eh. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
easiest way to swap your SLP into pesos if you're an average player where you want to get your money back, 'di ba? Send mo lang yung SLP mo dun sa BloomX app address mo, and then boom, swap it to PHP, tapos na. Before kasi you have to interact with other decentralized
Coins.
exchange pa eh. Which is ang hirap
Right.
ipaliwanag nun. Paano
Oo.
yun hindi pa na-swap kasi hindi mo pa na-approve kasi hindi so ang daming explanation. So
And more than
shortcut.
that, yung diba? Like before this, coins.ph yung pinaka well-known na
Yes.
Ethereum to peso na diba? Na it turns out, hindi naman nagsusupport ng SLP yung wallet nila. So, sunog
Right.
yung SLP mo if you
Sunog.
send it there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a problem for sure. Okay, so, oh my God. You know what? Honestly, ngayon ko lang naiintindihan kung bakit we get the same Axie players coming to us once a month. Kasi iniipon pala nila. Kasi it's not
Yes.
worth it. It's not worth it to liquidate pag maliliit pa lang. Kasi ibig sabihin, probably naubos halos lahat ng
gas fees.
earnings mo with just gas fees.
Right.
Wow. So that explains why the Ronin layer is so important because it will allow them to actually transact without the Ethereum gas fees.
Right.
Pero
Right.
you
But
would
with
still
the-
need to, what would you need?
With the
Sorry, go
Ronin,
ahead.
yung price niya parang pegged pa rin sa Ethereum.
Correct.
Kahit-
Okay. Yung mga questions about Ronin, yung sa mga viewers natin right now, bababa ba yung presyo ng Axie kapag nasa Ronin na? Well, siguro possible kasi na-lessen yung cost ng pag-breed. Yun yung isa sa mga factor.
Yeah.
Kasi nabawasan yung gas fees ng mga breeders, yung cost nila para mag-create ng Axie. Yung fees, so nabawas yung fees, napunta sa community treasury, pero ang malaking factor talaga yan is yung price ng ETH.
Right.
Malaking factor yan is price ng ETH. Secondly, sa Ronin kasi, for those who are watching right now, the good news is you can start playing Axie Infinity for free without paying anything. You can start the game, learn about the game, and then participate in the ecosystem ng libre. Pero ang downside with that, wala siyang monetary rewards or very little.
I think that's fair, di ba? Kung wala kang cash out to play, then it seems unfair kung
Correct.
Is
kumikita
that-
ka pa rin somehow.
Ano yan? Parang leak ata yun, Cooks, ha?
Is that verified or fake? Baka fake
Yes.
news yun,
Yeah, verified yun.
Ah,
Verified.
Verified.
Okay,
But
alright.
that's a
Just
leak.
making sure. Just making
Verified,
sure.
yeah.
Verified leak.
So,
I'm,
so
I'm,
ba-
I'm,
on
I'm allowed.
Axie?
I'm allowed to say that. So.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That's interesting. So, ano yun? So, parang that is how people can practice. Pero,
Yes.
pero
If I want to
since-
test the waters, then that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, but that's like, I don't know, that's like playing poker na walang pera involved. The whole point of the game is
Exactly.
walang pera, diba? So, that's kind of weird.
Exactly.
Okay. Can you explain to me this screen? So this is the dashboard screen. I'm not sure why I'm seeing, like, is this normal na ano? Kasi walang laman yung account ko eh. So I guess this is just the view pag when you aren't doing anything yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can go to your
tokenization is,
inventory.
um, where do I do that?
Yan.
Here.
Lower sa baba ng
Yeah.
dashboard yan.
Okay. Okay, so I
So
have
yan yung mga
nothing
axes
yet,
mo.
right?
Right,
Yeah, I have
right.
nothing. So, like, where do I start? And parang, if I were going to buy directly from the marketplace, let's say na hindi ko kilala si Kuku, hindi ko kilala si Shanks, and hindi ako member ng Axie Infinity Philippines. So, bibili na lang ako dito sa marketplace because I don't know any better. Inactivate ko na yung MetaMask wallet ko. I can just buy directly from here, ganon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, like, I have no idea what I'm buying, but like, I could buy this guy. You
Yes.
said, diba, low breed count, so this
Right,
is breed
right.
1. I'm looking at a bunch of them. I have no idea if any of them are good. Like, is
Right.
this good? This guy has a balloon, so I guess that means he's got a balloon.
Well,
Is this
that's a
good?
meme, Axie.
Wow, that's a meme,
Oh.
Axie. Sobra,
Okay.
grabe.
Okay, sige.
Triple backdoor, tapos zero cost card na balloon. Wow.
I have
Wow.
no idea what.
Uy, rare
I
yan,
don't-
ha? Teka, hanapin natin
Ano
yan.
pa, teka, are we gonna break it down on choosing Might take some time. though.
Maybe just I mean, it seems like there's a lot of factors, no? Pero like
Sige,
maybe
sige.
we'll just by talking about some specific ones, maybe we could get an idea like what is
Okay,
good and
sige,
what is
sige.
bad. Pero so like this one in particular, okay, he's got a balloon and a fucking shrimp tail. Is that a shrimp tail? I don't know what that is. So
Yeah, it's a shrimp
okay,
tail.
So it's a meme. So that's not playable. Does that mean it's not a playable? It's not a good buy. It's $150.
If PvP or PvE, let's say, gagamitin mo siya, for me, hindi. Pero kung collector's item, para ganon,
Okay.
Yeah, for the
Sobrang-
lulz.
sobrang valuable yan. Parang gusto nga siyang bilhin.
Well,
Because
actually,
of the balloon. What? Why? What's with the balloon?
No, it's a meme. Like, it's a triple backdoor. Yung skill niya is parang sobra. I mean, very useless. I mean, useless. Wala masyadong damage. Wala
Yeah.
masyadong use. Pero yung abilities niya na pinagsama-sama very very rare. Tapos yun nga,
Okay.
zero cost card tapos yung card niya. So, para sa mga collectors, meron mga taong ganyan, kino-collect nila yung mga
actually, kaya nga
Okay.
Torchbring yung nakapangalan sa Axie kasi gusto atang sunugin ng may-ari. And may purpose pa rin actually yung mga
Yeah.
axes with floor axes ang tawag namin dyan because they are in the floor price, the lowest. The only purpose so far right now siguro is to add some more energy
right.
kasi you need like for starters if you have less than 10 axes you will have 20 energy. So if you have tama ba Cooks? If you have at least 10 you will get 40 energy.
Right.
So that means more SLP that you can farm. And if you have like 20 axes, you can get like 60 energy. For 60 energy, I think you can farm an average of 480 SLP per day. So what some people do, if they have the budget, they will buy 3 axes, like for the actual competitive arena and adventure mode. And then they will buy 7 trash axes para ma-fulfill
Okay.
nila yung like para ma-achieve nila yung 40 energy, not just 20 because 20 energy is only gonna reap you like what 200 to or 150 SLP per day. So if they want to
Okay.
farm more, ayun, they buy cheaper axes.
So it probably makes sense that if I'm going to start and I want to take this seriously, I'm not gonna spend the cheapest. I'm not gonna buy the cheapest possible axe, So
Right.
Yeah.
nakasort kasi siya by lowest price right now. So let's I'll go to page 100. Let's see how much that costs. Okay, so this is more expensive. Ooh, this is pretty expensive. This is like $900, 37,000 pesos for one. For
Wow.
One
piece.
axe.
I'm just gonna click on some random, maybe this one. Let's see. So half an ether. By the way, if I buy 2 axes, that's roughly the price of 1 crypto pop. So parang I can't afford with my art. I can't afford to get an entire team. Kung ganito yung prices niya. Like,
Well, di ba?
I'm actually
I think you can
medyo abonado pa ako
actually
ng
with
konti.
with 0.5. I mean,
0.5,
an
6, yeah.
average team should be around 0.5
6,
to
7.
6.
Okay. So this guy is
Yeah.
expensive. In other words,
This
this guy
this
is
was
pretty
just
expensive.
yeah, it was just listed very
Na
high.
may mga
But then,
nagle-list kasi na ano eh,
mm-mm.
na either misleading or
Maybe they
nagkamali
just
ng
wanna
listing.
bait someone.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't. So does that mean that you shouldn't buy from the marketplace because that means na mataas
Uh,
yung likelihood na
well,
mapapamahal ka?
if you want, if you know what you're actually looking for, go to the marketplace because that's
Yes.
where that's the first, legit place that you need to look to. I mean, for any axes. If wala kang
Okay, so
kilalang mga
this
players.
guy, our dog Tanky is overpriced in your
Yeah,
opinion.
definitely overpriced.
Okay, okay. Let's
You
look
can
for
go
something
back.
that.
I
How
think
can I tell? How can I tell
maybe we can
what's a
start
good
like
deal?
by class muna. Like
Oh,
siguro start
sige.
Yeah, yung
tayo sa
filter.
beast.
What do you want? Beast lang muna. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah. And
wala
then
kasing price filter eh.
Breed count, increase mo yung breed count
yeah,
to
yeah.
max. Yan,
Maybe
max.
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 Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
Alright.
Kasi medyo mahal
Okay.
yung low breed counts.
Okay.
And then the next is, assuming that you have seen Kuku's videos, you've done your assignments, your research
Sige.
about Axis.
Uh-huh.
So what you would normally go to for is sa parts, body parts. So,
Okay. Okay.
no, para
Right.
ma-filter out mo yung mga, you need to look for specific skills that will actually help the team. For a beast kasi, beasts are there to to destroy tanks. So
Okay.
tank like the plant and the reptile. I mean, because basically, parang Pokemon, there's a Pokemon which is weaker than fire, water weaker than fire, ganun. So basically, parang
Yeah.
yung yung beast is like an element, kumbaga.
Yeah. Yep.
So sa scenario na to, you need to look for, set of skills that's enough to bring down a tank
Okay.
or maybe provide some sort of utility because with Axie, it's based. I mean, you can only use your cards if you have enough energy, and sa arena kasi you're only gonna start with just 3 energy. It's round 1, so that's just like 3 cards, and then the following rounds is just 2 energy until the end of round. So if it really helps if you have an Axie who can actually who allows your team to earn energy para mas marami kang mabatong cards and
Right.
of course to secure a win. Normally sa beast
Okay.
ang ginagawa is
What are
they
we
look
looking
for the most common I think cooks no was Ronin. So if you look for that body part, Ronin,
Like
yeah,
this single
that's what.
combat. Okay.
And then
Okay.
Imp.
Imp.
Yep.
IMP.
Yes.
Okay.
We call
Okay.
that the rimp beast because
Okay. Right.
those
Ronin
two
and
body
Imp.
parts,
Okay.
yeah, those two body parts actually complements one another. I mean the effects of those skills. So apart from
But why are these small? Are
uh
they young?
Petite.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, petite.
Okay.
Only
They need
adult lang yung pwedeng laruin.
playable.
Okay,
No?
alright.
Kailangan mo pa silang like a morph. So you'll have to
Oh, I see.
pay some gas fees.
Okay.
Ayun,
What's
may
a
mga
good deal
decent
here?
axes na. So it's depende sa to. So let's say ang gusto mo is like utility slash damage dealer na beast. I think meron tayong nakita sa taas na medyo mura. 0.9. Yeah, the one for 1832.18. Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
it's from Z. Yeah, so
Okay.
the other
Taga-YGG pa yung...
oh,
Okay, that's funny. Alright.
okay,
Okay.
so Z basically is selling his Axie from he started the auction from 0.25 and it's gonna go down to 0.15 ETH. So right now
Okay.
nasa ano pa siya 0.18.
It's a
Yeah.
reverse. It's a
Yes.
reverse auction.
Yeah.
Bumababa
Reverse
yung price
auction.
niya over time.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Yep. Cool. Okay. So if I feel like hindi mo bibili to, I'm just gonna wait until naging 12.5
Yeah,
na lang
yeah.
siya. Pero kung nagmamadali ako, I'll buy it now. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
$320 is kind of, medyo significant. But sige. So
Sure.
these are the stats. This guy is actually someone I guess you guys know him from YGG, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So this is you're telling me that this is not a bad deal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
based
It's
Mura
on
yan.
it's a
based on what he's
decent
selling.
decent
Okay.
viable Axie. Because if you
Okay.
scroll down, you can see um so yung Ronin and Imp. So the effect of Ronin kasi it will have guaranteed critical strike if it's comboed with at least 2 cards. So if you have Imp, you will gain energy per critical strike. So if you have like one more card, so let's say the Cottontail, which doesn't cost any energy. Actually, you will gain energy if you use it. So you can trigger those effects, all 3 effects from those 3 cards. So you gain energy, you damage the tank because na-trigger mo yung critical, and yeah, basically that's like a utility slash damage dealer type of beast.
Okay. So if Z
So
from
it's
YGG
it's
is watching the
it's a
show
good
right
buy,
now,
and then it
okay.
it also has zero breed count. So in the future, if you want to have your own scholarship or want to sell some Axie teams, you can. It's actually a good buy for me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So I feel like maybe walang formula for this. You just have to understand what you're looking
Yeah,
at.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you need experience in order to kind of
Yeah.
figure this stuff out. That's interesting. How are you guys doing yung so in almost every game that is very deep, there are discussion forums, there are Discord channels, and that's how you learn, no, how to play it well. Where's the place that people should be going to learn stuff like this? Is it the Discord chat
The
ng
Discord. Yeah.
YGG where's the best place kaya?
Yeah, I shared some link doon sa chat is
Okay.
Axie.zone is one of the tools that we use para ma-gauge kung ano yung meta axis right now.
Most common.
Kung sino yung mga nasa leaderboards kasi nandiyan yung mga teams nila, ano yung ginagamit nila. So if you want to get to the top, syempre, it's either copy mo lang kung ano yung skills or
Right.
similar skills na meron yung axis nila, and then try to buy some sa marketplace, and then aralin mo na lang yung combination or yung combo, yung strategy kung paano mo lalaruin yung team, yung synergy ng team na tinatawag. So
Although
that's
I
a good
imagine that
place to learn.
just because you copied someone's team, doesn't mean you know how to pilot it, diba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So meron pa ring element of your own personal tactics doon. And so kung wala kang alam, it's unlikely na mapapagana mo just because you threw money at an expensive team or something.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay.
ibig sabihin hindi pa rin porket naglabas ka ng mas malaking pera, mas mananalo ka. So hindi siya pay
Right.
to win.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah,
about
yeah,
really
yeah.
looking for the right axie synergy for your team, so you can counter kung ano yung mga nasa leaderboards or kung ano yung nasa
Okay.
matchmaking rank na kung nasaan ka.
Okay. So, sige, Shanks, you shared another site with me here. I'm just gonna load it up right now so we can talk about it really quick. So this is axie.live. And sige, can you describe really quickly what we're looking at here?
So basically, we're looking at like a live forecast of what are the actual costs of doing all types of transaction within Axie. So yeah, good thing that they have this new feature. They converted it to peso para mas maintindihan. Kasi I think
really
it
like
was
that
yeah,
they
dollars before.
just they just converted it into pesos. Now you don't have to think about like what exactly the correct price is. So that's
Yeah.
super handy. So sige, so walk me through so when I buy an Axie, if I'm in a hurry, I have to pay 1,374 pesos in
Yeah.
ether gas
Yes.
and then so ano pa yon? That's
That's
on top of
of the
whatever the
Axie cost.
sales
Yes.
price was. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
okay. So yung 0.18 natin kanina, that was about $350, 15,000 pesos. may madadagdag ako na 1,100 on to buy that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then
Point 13 something.
bakit mas mahal yung selling? That's weird. So when you sell an Axie, it's more expensive?
Yeah, because nilist mo siya eh.
Okay, okay.
And then
Sa
of course,
marketplace.
yeah, sa
Okay.
marketplace, so may listing fee yun. At the same time, kapag na-sell na yun, doon yun babawasan yun.
There'll be
Parang
like a deduction. Yeah.
may deduction
Okay.
yun from doon
So-
napupunta yung fee na yun doon sa community treasury.
Okay, sige. Tapos itong claim SLP, send SLP, I assume that means
Yeah,
ito
that's the
yung
minting.
price pag may naipon ka na SLP, that's how much it will cost to actually turn it into SLP tokens that you can take into your wallet.
Yes.
Your MetaMask
Yes.
or something. Okay, so
Right.
800. So call it 1,000 pesos. Oh, actually it's 1,000 pesos. Weird. What the hell? Nagpalit yung price as I was talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1,000 pesos. Therefore, if you've only earned 2,000 pesos, probably not a good idea to
Yes.
to claim your SLP yet. Got it. Okay.
Correct.
And then you have to send it pa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yung sending is pagpapadala mo sa like to Bloom, for
To
example,
Bloom.
if you're
Yes.
gonna
So,
if you're
500
gonna
na lang.
turn it into pesos. Okay.
Yung
Medyo
if
mahal to.
if you're gonna send it to the app, is it like sending to Binance, right?
yes.
Parang same
Yes,
concept.
it
din.
is.
So
Yeah, it's like sending to Binance.
yeah, I was thinking about the scholars cooks.
Yeah.
Like so still
Easiest
another contract. Yeah.
Yeah. Easiest
Cool,
way.
cool. Nice.
Okay, tapos when you're breeding, okay, so these I kind of understand. Tapos yung morph to petite, morph to... kasi meron pang
Yeah,
smaller
earlier,
than petite.
diba, we saw that. No?
Yeah, yeah.
May
Okay.
stages.
Petite.
I see. Okay. But you were saying that you're basically only buying adult ones because if you want to play PvP, that's the only way you can do it anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. Now there's like a Ronin transaction. I guess this is the part where they're promoting the fact na pag nasa Ronin na sila sobrang
Yes.
it's basically free, no?
Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty
By the
cool.
way, yung tool na yan, Axie community member din, one of the Axie Angels din na gumawa. So, hindi talaga yung Axie team yung gumawa niyan. Most of the tools that we're using right now
Actually,
are built by the community.
Nice.
So,
For the community.
Yeah, for the community, yeah.
That's really handy. I really like na may peso dun sa
Yes.
dun sa converter because if
Yes.
you look here, hindi actually ang konti lang nung sobrang konti lang nung possible currencies. It's peso,
Yes.
it's IDR, and then it's Vietnamese dong,
Yeah.
and then I guess this is Brazil. So it's like
Yes.
holy shit. Like
It's like I think maybe sa player base nila.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
pretty much,
we
no?
discussed
Pretty much.
about it. Yeah, we discussed about it kung saan yung pinakamalaking concentration ng player
Alright.
base. So kaya
Makes
may mga
sense.
conversion ng ibang currency.
right. Okay. So
I
this
actually
is very handy.
And Philippines is of course syempre number 1.
Yeah. What's the current player count daily sa Philippines? Do they have stats like that?
Yes, they do.
60%,
Do you know what
right?
it is?
Or
So 30,000 monthly active user, around 30% of that.
Okay. So at least 10,000 actives per month.
Right.
Right. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of what I was thinking na it's a very it's a growing market. I think the last time you told me that number, Cooks, I think you said 6,000 or 7,000.
Yeah.
So this was like a couple months ago. So it's definitely growing. I wonder nga kung dadami pa siya. I imagine so. Dadami siya pag yung the Ronin layer is more active and
Yeah.
people are using it more directly. But I
Tapos
guess
may
you still
BloomX
need
app.
yeah, and then but you still need to go directly. You still need to buy Ether to start, no? Like if you're starting from nothing, you still need Ethereum. Tama ba?
Yes, correct. Correct.
Right. So you still need Ethereum. So no matter what you do, there's still that very first gas fee na yung papadala mo yung Ethereum to wherever.
Your wallet, yeah.
Yun yung that's the very very first the gas fee. Yeah, tama itong Ethereum to Ronin converter. 1,700 pesos. Okay. Sorry, whoa, 2,000 pesos. That's wow. That really is changing every few seconds.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sige. So we're almost at the end of the show. I think I mean I found this super educational. I hope that the folks in the chat also found it very educational. I wanted to share one other screenshot, just to show you guys something interesting about the Ethereum network. So this is from ethereumprice.org. And what they do is they look at the gas fees and they tell you when the best time to do expensive transactions is. And when I say expensive, it means like yung mga transactions on the Axie game, the transactions that cost a lot of gas. When is the correct time
Right.
to do it? So according to this chart, and this is already Philippine time, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yung pinaka-cheap na time is Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
According to this chart. This is the average of the
That
last.
they need to breed some Axie.
If that's what you're trying to do, if you need to do something like that on the Ethereum chain, then parang it
73?
seems like
Really?
Wednesday and also Sunday at 3 p.m. Yun yung mga medyo mas cheap, relatively. Still not that cheap, but it's it's better than say ganito, no? Because like here it's 179, pag Tuesday morning or Monday night it's 179, or Tuesday in early time it's like 200, ganun. So yun, ito yung mga cheap times. And I'm not sure if that's going to be helpful unless you really know what you're doing na, if you're actually doing the breeding stuff. But there's data naman out there that tells you how to save a little bit of money. Kung kaya mong i-time, no, na ito nga yung this is the time when you're gonna do it. But
Kaya nag-breed
it's
ako
pretty
kaninang
easy.
hapon eh.
Oh, there you go.
At 120 gwei.
What?
That's not bad. That's not bad. Well,
I think
according to
I mean,
this-
we were used to breeding at around less than 20.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You kinda
wala,
miss
it's a new
that-
world.
those days,
It's a
so.
new world. So
New
yung
normal.
entire Tuesday, yung Tuesday afternoon mo, puro 100 plus. There's nothing that's
Right.
lower than that. At least according to this. So ayun, so that's maybe that will help some people who are trying to save a little bit on gas, and gas fees are certainly really really high right now. So ayun, medyo ano nga siya. There's certainly some things to consider if you're a first time Axie player, or maybe you've never played Axie and you want to you're considering it. You're considering it kung kakayanin ng budget mo, kung kakayanin ng oras mo rin as a player. There's a lot of stuff to consider, and what we're trying to do with these episodes is we're trying to give people enough information that they can actually make these decisions more wisely. And certainly yung channel ni Kuku, that's the very first stop for people who are really interested in this stuff, because he spent so much time explaining this to other people. We've got 6 minutes left. That means that I have to go to the comment thing. The comment picker for our raffle. Kuku, Shanks, like final words, like final bits of advice for maybe people in the audience who are parang beginners. Like what's your shortest, simplest advice for them?
Right.
Shanks, do you want to start? Yeah.
Yeah, guys, wag ma-pressure. I mean, we know that the SLP is kind of steady right now at 4 pesos, which is kind of rare. But be careful when you purchase. So you need to always verify. If possible, look for like midman from. I mean, you can always send me a message if you want to if you want me to check whether that guy you're trying to do transaction with is legit. I mean, I've had some kasi. A lot of people are reporting, but it's already too late. Na scam na sila. So just be very careful with the hype right now. I mean, some people will take advantage of it, sell you some Axie for cheaper cost. So yeah, trust, but verify.
Right.
Basically.
Don't it's actually so in the Bitcoin space the expression is don't trust. Verify.
Don't trust. Yeah. Don't trust. Yes.
Yeah. So I guess the nice thing about the community here is, because it's a very, very much a majority Philippine community, it's very easy to find someone that you can ask, no?
Yeah.
So through the Axie Infinity Facebook groups or through
Yeah,
Discord
we're like
channels, all of that
should
stuff.
be everywhere.
Yeah. Telegram,
Yeah.
Twitter,
Meron
etc.
pa ba sa Telegram?
Meron, yeah.
Okay.
We do have, yeah.
Yeah. Kuku, what's your short advice to first timers?
Wasted time is wasted money.
Nice. So does that mean that your advice is to just start, to just
Buy ASAP.
just
Yeah. For me kasi ako when I started, when you're used to finding opportunities, of course, lalo na kung nakita mo yung potential and a lot of before wala pa naman nagpapakita ng mga na gain nila from playing Axie. Wala pa eh, as in.
right.
So when I discovered Axie, I immediately jumped into it, bought my two Axies and then bought SLP sa Uniswap. Hindi ko
Yeah.
alam ginagawa ko noon. So but I understand I need to have skin in the game. And
Yeah.
people who pay more attention. So tinutukan ko talaga siya. So inaral ko talaga siya. And if you want to of course gain some, syempre kailangan meron ka ring skin in the game. So
Okay.
kakahintay mo before people are asking bababa pa ba yung price, kailan tataas yung price. Don't look at how much you will spend, look at how much you will gain. Kasi
Yes, sir.
like for us, lagi yung sinasabi, ako, there's no guarantee in this. Wala namang guarantee yayaman ka dito. This is not a get rich quick game. It's all about calculated risk. Before you
Okay.
invest, investigate mo muna and then tignan mo, oy, okay ba to? And then eventually doon, magtanong ka sa mga tamang tao na pwedeng makatulong sa'yo. Community is very helpful. We try to grow the community na very encouraging, very empowering, hindi yung toxic kasi sa other games, alam mo na, dahil sa sobrang competitive, talagang trash talkan, di ba? Be part of the community. Kung wala ka pang pera, wag kang mawalan ng pag-asa. Aralin mo yung game para kapag ready ka na, hindi ka na mag-a-adjust kapag nandyan na. Kasi people tend to
Okay.
prepare or prepare kung nandyan na yung bagay. Pero kung nagpe-prepare ka na ngayon pa lang, pag dumating yung opportunity sa'yo, maraming opportunities yung mag-open. So, hindi lang, kumbaga marami ka pang time na pwedeng i-allocate sa ibang bagay para mas madagdagan yung learnings mo. So, yan.
Speaking of open opportunities, this is the raffle, guys.
Yes.
So, so this week we are going
Wait
to
lang, let me
we're gonna
comment
just
din.
do. Sorry, what?
Magko-comment din ako.
Baka manalo daw siya.
You've forgotten the original rules of the BloomCast. If you are a guest of the BloomCast, you can't
Snap.
win the prize anymore. Sorry, man. I remember that you won last year at least once, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. I know that you won at least once last year. Okay. So, same rules as before, guys. You can't win more than twice per year. This week, we're going to give away 2,500 pesos to two winners. So, tag 2,500 sila. We will give them that 2,500 pesos through the BloomX app. So, when you win, we'll invite you onto the app. You will be able to register. You'll be able to create your account there, and then we'll give you 2,500 pesos in a voucher form, and then
Nice.
usable yon. It's as good as money. You can do whatever you want with it. Obviously, we would prefer that you buy crypto with it. I guess it's not gonna be enough to buy your first Axie team based on this conversation, but maybe it will help you guys get started with maybe your first crypto investment. You could buy some Bitcoin with it. You could buy some Ethereum with it, and then you can do whatever you want. You can hold it. You can withdraw it. Bahala kayo. So the only thing that we ask for is that if you do receive the prize, trade at least once on the BloomX app para naman ma-experience nyo kung paano siya gumagana. Because that's kind of what we want from our earliest customers, that they actually use the app. Okay, so with that said, let me draw the first name. So we're only gonna do two names because we spent a lot of money over the last couple of weeks. We're kind of medyo malalaki yung prices recently, so we're gonna trim down a little bit. So 2 winners, 2,500 pesos each. Drawing the first one now. Here we go. Winner number 1. Arcel.
Uy!
Abela. Okay. So who is this? Is that someone we
Polar
know?
ko.
There you go. Nice. Congratulations. Naghahanap siya ng price prediction, by the way. That was one of his comments earlier. Do we have a price prediction for him for for what? For AXS, no? I imagine
For
AXS yung
AXS.
question na yun. Yeah,
Actually,
price
yeah.
prediction for AXS. Next week. So ganito na lang para it's funnier. Next Tuesday, that's March 23. What is the AXS price? So it's 300 pesos right now. What do you guys think it's gonna be next week? Shanks.
I want it to go down. I want to buy some more. So, siguro sana at least mag 150.
Ay!
Whoa, 50% down. Jesus.
I want the
Okay.
dip first.
Well, to
Tatambay
be
tayo
very
kaya
fair,
Tatambay
Yeah,
tayo
ito-
kay Aldrin, kay Crypto Fortune.
Oo nga eh. PPM ko si Aldrin mamaya.
I-invite natin siya sa
Sige,
Kikidnapin
sige.
natin
Well,
yan.
let's not forget na in the last 7 days, 50% yung growth ng AXS. So it's actually possible, no, na mag-up siya 50% and possibly bumaba din siya after that. But okay, so
Funny thing
150
is, I
ang
mean,
target mo.
I was
Wow,
looking at it
that's
when it was like around 80. Sabi ko, I will buy it. Pag ito nag-50, I will buy it. And then look at what happened.
Yeah,
Hindi na
wrong
bumalik.
direction.
Hindi
Kuku
na, hindi
Crypto,
na.
what is AXS price next week? Kuku?
Ako ba yun?
Yeah.
Honestly, wala na akong pakialam sa price kasi I just
I will keep
continue.
on buying.
Oo eh. Siguro peso cost average na lang. If you want to, the reason behind that is yung staking eh. Yung staking ng project. Once na meron kang AXS kasi, an opportunity to earn from the community treasury, yun yung binibigay na kapalit sa'yo. And of course, voting rights para makapag-vote ka sa mga changes. So, for me, any price, as long as below $7, pwede kang bumili. Pero kasi yung
Okay.
prediction, our prediction kasi sa AXS is, hindi to financial advice. Wag sabihin ako nagsabi. Pero $10 kasi yung target.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh.
kung walang airdrop, maybe, kasi pero may airdrop kasi mangyayari for the Axie
may strategy diyan. Basta less than siguro I'll go with Shanks. Gusto kong bumili at around that price.
We want the dip.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Yung the dip that Aldrin actually was forecasting, he was saying na meron tayong possibility na 150 to 200. Pero Aldrin, what is your personal
Ayan.
price target for next
Sorry sa akin,
Tuesday?
$5 okay na ako doon. $250 okay na ako doon.
250. So hindi naman kasi baba no kay Shanks kasi sobrang
Hindi.
chupipay naman nung 150.
Kasi kung target ko 10, tapos $5 or 250. Kung target ko 500, that's alam mo na. Pag nag-10 siya, di.
100% gains.
Still,
Sige, Crypto Fortune, what is the price of AXS next Tuesday?
Yun, siguro, sarado ko na lang siguro 200.
Uy, masaya si Shanks.
Like no one believes that it's going up. What the hell? Okay, Ramon
Kasi
Tayan.
maraming gustong bumili
Gusto
pabalik.
nila pumasok naiwan lahat eh.
Okay. Sige. Ramon
Not financial
Tayan,
advice, by the way.
We all have access to BloomX.app and we can afford to buy 1 or 2 AXS for ourselves. So, hindi naman, we can actually have skin in the game this time. What do you think the price is gonna be next week? I'm actually gonna buy it right after the show para I know what the price is.
I say 330. I think it's gonna go up.
Okay, so he thinks it's gonna go up. Okay.
Yeah,
So
pwede.
I'm gonna go with Mon because we're optimists. And also kasi ngayon lang ako bibili. So I wanted to go up relatively to where I'm buying. No? So I'm probably gonna end up buying at 280 to 270 depending on what the price is tonight. And then I want it to be at 350 next week para I can say that I'm up like 20%, 25%. So yeah, so I'm gonna say 350 next week. So we'll see. We shall see, guys. Okay, so is it Arcel? There you
Yes,
go. There's your
Arcel.
price prediction. Obviously, none of this was financial advice. The only person here who is actually doing this professionally is Aldrin. None of us do price forecasting professionally. Just so you know. Yun lang.
No, but
That's all I will say about that. So okay, winner number 2, last winner of the night, 2,500 pesos in vouchers
Congrats.
and early access to BloomX.app. Here we go. Oops, nauna yung, there you go. Winner number 2, Trisha Samson. Okay, so that's a first time name for sure. I don't think I've ever seen that. I wonder if she is related to Charles Samson, who was won a couple of times before. Just gonna write down these names. Arcel, Arela. Okay.
Arcela.
Trisha, Arcel, congratulations. You are the winners for tonight. So at the end of this show, I'm going to post on Facebook sa BloomX Facebook page. I'll put your names in the post, so I'll be congratulating you, and then please just comment in that post so we can find you more easily. And then we'll, one of our team will reach out to you and connect you with your prize. And that's it for the show tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're slightly over time. Shanks, thank you for joining us and for contributing to the conversation. It was very useful and very informative. Where can people follow you on the internet?
Right now we have sa Facebook. Just look for Crypto Shanks.
Okay.
For now, yan muna.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they can find you on Discord, where is
Discord.
the Discord that you use the most? Is it ano?
Yeah,
is there an
sa
official-
Axie Discord only. I mean, you can just
Okay.
look me up, tag me, send me a DM. I'm actually much more active sa Discord.
Cool. Okay. Thank you so much, Shanks, for joining us tonight. Kuku Crypto, sobrang short notice again, but thank you so much for making the time for it. Where can people find you? Make sure that they know your channel, your YouTube channel
Yes.
also.
Yeah. Yeah, appreciate the invite. Kuku Crypto TV, yun lang naman. All my social media handles. Saka always verify kung sino yung kausap nyo kasi marami tayong
Yeah, post
impersonators. So, pati si Shanks may impersonators. So always verify sa
Nice.
Axie Discord server kung sino yung mga kausap nyo. You can tag us, you
Yeah.
can mention us, wala namang masama para at least mag-guide kayo ng tama if you want to get started.
Thank you so much, Kuku. Aldrin Rabino, where can people find more of you?
sorry. Sa Twitter, Crypto Fortune, and YouTube, Crypto Fortune din.
Thank you so much for joining us again. I hope that you are not correct with your AXS prediction next week, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, good luck to everyone. Like if the price goes down, it's a good opportunity for other people to buy in. And maybe I'll buy in a little bit more, but I already said I was gonna buy tonight, so I'm gonna stick with that. So anyway, obviously hindi scientific yung trading strategy ko. Ramon Tayag, please take us out.
Okay, thanks for watching. Please go to BloomX app and join the waitlist. Of course, we still have our corporate site, bloom.solutions, if you want to learn more. And go ahead, take it, Luis.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for joining. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Maybe we'll do more Axie content. Please let us know if you like this episode, if you learned something, and then we'll make it like a regular segment of the show. Thank you, everyone. Good night, and we'll see you next week.